White Lies. Ritual.
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. It's album review time. Oh yes it is. But before I get into that, want to mention needledrop.com. There's a new split single featuring the band Women, new track from them. Many of you may remember that I loved their LP Public Strain last year, was high up there on my favorite albums of 2010 list. And also for all the tennis fans out there, in case you didn't see, also there is a audio podcast review thing up there on the website as well of the title track from Tennis's new LP Cape Dory. So I've received a ton of requests to review this new White Lies LP, Ritual. And if a review is what you want, a review is what you are gonna get. White Lies is an English post-punk trio who have kind of been lumped into the revivalist set of the genre, with bands like Editors, Interpol, you know, that crowd. Back during the project's inception, they used to be under the name Fear of Flying, but this is the second LP under their current name. And let's try to describe it, shall we? As I said, these guys have been lumped into post-punk, but the thing is that term is so vast and so wide. Though I do enjoy post-punk music, a lot of bands labeled as post-punk, it's almost useless as a genre label because it includes everything from Wire to Gang of Four to Susie and the Banshees, and I see a lot of differences between those bands. But White Lies doesn't emulate any of those bands. Instead, they kind of copy, I'm going to use that word very lightly here, the dark, moody, synth-backed rock sound manifested on albums like Joy Division's Unknown Pleasures and revived on Interpol's Turn on the Bright Lights. In fact, they emulate this sound so closely, the synth melody on the track Streetlights almost sounds exactly like that on Love Will Tear Us Apart, except like backwards. The timbre of the synth is almost the same too. It's weird. So after they figured out the sound, they decide they're gonna take it to Las Vegas, dress it up, make it sound really expensive, suck all of the experimentation and adventure and exploration out of it, and then just act like everything is hunky-dory. But it's not hunky-dory. It's not. Where are the risks that this music was taking back in 1977? Because I don't hear them here. They're just not here. They're non-existent. It's basically post-punk for the adult contemporary set. It's hard for me not to see it as post-punk for moms.
I'm sorry. I said the wrong thing. Some words slipped. I didn't mean it.
You know what I'm saying at this point. It's like, you know, if you have a mom, she'll probably like this.
I apologize. I wasn't using my head. I messed up.
There's nothing offensively bad between the start of the first track and the end of the last track on this album, but my problem is that there's nothing all that memorable either. White Lies' first album wasn't all that risky, but at least the tunes were a bit catchier. All the cleanliness has basically taken away what little humanity this band had on their first LP for me, and I know a lot of people have been complaining about this who are fans of the band, though it doesn't really bother me. The guitars aren't really as loud on this thing as they were with earlier tracks. There are a lot more synthesizers here, for sure. Overall, I'm feeling like a strong 4 to a light 5 on this album. It just kind of bored me. That's all I'm saying. That's pretty much my position on it. You guys who have been screaming and yelling for me to review this album, I want to know what you like about it. Let me know in the comments. Am I a flaming idiot? Am I totally wrong? Is this the upset of the century that I don't like this album that much and think that maybe other people will like it more than me? It's just not my thing? Or am I kind of in the right here? Which I don't really see, because this is all just opinion. Anthony Fantano, White Lies, Ritual, forever. Don't worry about me, man. When I'm bored of this, I'll just stop. Okay? See you later.